Welcome back to the Global World Travelers Report and a happy day of thanks. Today's date, the year of 308,008, the month of the crowning, and the day of the 26th. With me today is, as always, the legendary two co-hosts, Dakka, the second biggest brain, and Grognack, the destroyer. Take it away,
Hello,
gentlemen.
everyone. Of course. Firstly, in the world news, there's recognition by Greg's Marathon of the Ashbound Covenant, led by Frungus the Ashen-Tongued of the Great Furnace. He tried to seduce me once. Can't say I hated it. Though a wandering horde, few would argue that Seji's own land hadn't started similarly, and with his recognition long before the establishment of his settlement, none dare challenge the statement declared by Greg's Marathon. This has led to reports of multiple roaming warbands attempting to gain favor with the Dragon King of Graphica, as he calls himself, leading these reporters to wonder: is Greg's Marathon preparing for another war, or is this a power move to challenge our next story's focus? Who knows? With Regan Utham still refusing a change of title, as many begin to recognize him as Grand Regan of the Southern Pole, many have noted his newest proclamation and establishment of a Jotun outreach program to have put his new army at over double his original military strength, with notable clans amongst the Bog, Fog, and Death Jotuns alike arriving at his new town. As further expansion continues in those mountains, the world is left wondering if Regan Utham is expecting another god war, leaving even more to question if they too should begin digging in. Lastly, in world news, word of the silence coming from the North Pole has left many concerned, with travelers saying that Cyrano the Anvil has retreated back to his capital in isolation. While his researchers rumored to be looking into the strange weather phenomenon going on worldwide and the supposed vanishing of Flare from her own lands, it's left our analyst with the suspicion that something intense and magical is about to happen in the coming months.
All right, I'll be taking over from here, Grognack. Next in military news, sightings of the Knights of the Clouds have become more frequent as of late, with many believing this to be linked to the reappearance of Vitra of the Ash
You
Coven.
it's Vitra, right? You know it's Vitra.
Rumors are around about infighting amongst the massive organization known as the Cryptic Cable, with multiple branches involved with some of the most powerful members of the world. It feels almost inevitable that a power grab would happen. And with one branch supporting Reagan Utham, another supporting the great Kabir Zebril, and even one inside Diamond's death fighting necromancers for the Dragon King Greg's Marathon. The Red Lady Pirates, led by Captain Azurus, the Drowner of Nighton, finds themselves almost the odd man out. With a seemingly obvious power grab and removable of one branch, those that served Regan Utham seem to have targeted the Red Lady Pirates after their attack on Iron. I didn't hear about that one. With the two clashing over a group of slaves, the Red Lady Pirates find themselves chased off and broken ties with the infamous monster criminal group of the Cryptic Cabal. The Red Lady Pirates refusing to bow to those who stood for slavery and breaking deals. We here at the WTR are only left wondering what the infamous Red Lady Pirates will do next, as they seem to have vanished from the waters at large.
Now for the governmental news. A celebration is being held for Normax's new city that has invited esteemed guests such as King Movasi, Grand Regan Utham, Lady Flare, Merchant King Greg's Marathon, and Lady Kanabala. With so many powerful world leaders gathered in one place, is it any wonder why security in the nation has grown tight as merchants complain about long lines to get processed by the large port? I'm sure this meeting can only go well with most of these leaders not liking each other. A new potential heir to the primordial Imperium has been born in the purple flame and named Mineral. Although his father is unknown, many believe it to be the legendary Hydra Nest Slayer Roland Thousandblades of Ironheart Merchant Co. The boy is said to be gifted with incredible magic and telekinesis, with few experts saying he will rival the Slotty and Spellforge clan one day. And then finally, Selver Aussie, the heir to the Aussie clan, is said to be traveling to handle his first diplomatic mission, with many noting his unique take on slavery and the giants at large. Reports have been coming in left and right stating his plans to remove the Fire Jotun from the central continent, offering young Dragon Clan leaders the chance to rule their own mountains. This instability has led many reporters to wonder if a potential global conflict could be on the horizon. What will this mean for the common man and his goat? We'll have to wait and see. I'm sure this will only go well.
Off into the economic news for today. The formation of the Global Trade Alliance, or the GTA for short, by Greg's Maritime has been announced earlier this month, with hopes of bringing multiple nations together in a trade of talent and expertise. Current sources state the individuals like King Cinnabala will be expected to join, and Grand Regan Utham expanding his own deal as one of the original members of the organization prior to its founding. Rumors are abound of a new city being built by Greg's Maritime that will allow the focus of magic research within his lands. With many traveling merchants noticing the large increase in Toth, the commoners find themselves worried as these creatures join the masses of the land. Their exploits are still yet to be forgiven or even understood by most.
Today we have a special segment of sorts for the rise of two new gods. Viaria, the liberator of possibilities, has been recognized by a small church within the Samog clan lands. I know I said that name wrong. With many followers dedicated to her that have fallen to the lycanthrope disease of the Western territories. They've begun cultivating an interest in safeguarding those who wish to study magic but have no ability to afford proper education. Many of the followers are noted to be outcasts, and with the most prominent being wizards and sorcerers alike, who found themselves in the small settlements dotted across the lands. These supposed followers have begun to call themselves the Seekers of the Unwoven Path. Totally not a cult, I promise. Zillig, known as the Keeper of the Infinite, is said to have gained a large following amongst the Koboldkin wanderers of the world, with many calling themselves the Librarians of the Infinite Tapestry. Most seem to follow the same characteristics, each being a fallen or former cleric of Oat or Ella Ugbo, that are noted to be seeking higher power in magic. Though most have taken a new view and sworn nothing but kindness to the arcane arts, it's left many worried with the embracement of so many that once laid claim to powerful and evil magics. I'm sure that none of these people are going to try and take vengeance for previously being attacked by good people.
And now moving on to the somber part of our newscast is our news of death. Regan Bunn's attempted assassination was reported at his large gathering of talented craftsmen. If only I was there. A woman is said to have attempted to strike him amidst his own crafting, only restrained after Sunna Grognack and Endrick Grognack managed to restrain the young stone Jotun, with multiple reports stating her infatuation with lesser daemons being the responsible cause. Arcane and divine investigations have confirmed that she made a deal with a lesser daemon prior to the attack. Reports are still coming in as to the next steps or the culprit at large, and I must say, daemons are scary. I fought many once before.
And now for the only important part of the news, the magic news. The outreach program for the Frostbark Lesser Clan learning and serving in the Crystal Crownlets has been reported to be going quite smoothly, many noting Lord Habergler Blackbeard of Lesser Clan Frostbark has shown even favor towards James the Ironheart of Clan Ironheart, with many beginning to believe that James may be crowned the new heir of the Frostbusters. That's weird. I've never heard of a Habergler. That's a lesser clan. It's probably not important. Moving on, the Druidic outreach is at an all-time high, with many nations welcoming and teaching new and young Druids. A call for new natural magics to help stem the flow of beasts, such as Lithotara, has begun fierce debates amongst the groves, leaving many to wonder if a schism of violence versus peace will erupt amongst the many groves of the world. And finally, a new school of necromancy has been opened in Diamond's Death. Being recognized as the Order of Bloodscales, they are led by Greg's Martime's new left hand, Lady Osiris Korana, a dragonkin who is recognized for her immense magical abilities in slaying the remaining necromancy cults of Diamond's Death. Now, if you won't mind, I need to be in Diamond's Death for no specific reason.
And finally, with the World Travelers Report outro, with that being the wrap-up of our news, we hope you all have enjoyed, and will join us next time for our annual report and a look back on the previous year. As always, thank you all, and stay safe out there as more and more monsters rise and adventuring parties destroy cities. We thank you all, and we will see you on the next video.